Happy New Year! Hello there. I'm the speech doctor, and I'm so very happy to see you in another year, 2021. This year, we're going to be hopeful that we can do things better than we've ever done them. Today, I'd like to do something a little different. I want to speak to your parents. So while you go and get them, I'm going to change it to something that's a little bit more parent friendly. Hello, I'm Dr. Tiffany Scandrett. I am the in life, real person, real form of the speech doctor. I wanted to take an opportunity to talk to my adults, my parents, about something that's very important for me. I have watched children become depressed, not socialize with me as much, not interact with me as much in 2020 because of the challenges that they faced. We as adults have talked about those challenges throughout the pandemic with our family and with our friends, but how often have we given the children an opportunity to talk about how they feel? So for the year 2021, I want to encourage you to instill hope in your children. Real quickly, I want to give you 3 points that will help encourage your child to be hopeful as well as increase some communication skills. Number one, I want you to be the example for your child. It is so easy to get caught up in the negative communication, the negative words, the pessimistic energy, but you do know that children are feeding off of the adults who are around them. Be the example of showing them how to be positive throughout a hard time. Number one is be the example. Number two, I want you to help your child establish some very age appropriate, very practical goals for 2021. For example, for a child, it could be simple as a child wanting to sleep in his or her bed. A school age child may want to read better. You, as the adult, as the parent, as the guardian, you have the responsibility of helping that child meet those short-term goals. So, for a child who's not sleeping in his or her bed every night, you may talk about, you said you want to sleep in your room more, and I'm going to help you. So, even if it is only 2 hours a night that they're sleeping in there and they're getting up, I want you to encourage that child by being positive, giving positive reinforcement for the time that they did spend in their room. Okay? And the last and final thing that I want to tell you is to ask your children questions about their day. We've been told to ask, how was your day? It's just the polite thing to do. And as parents, it's a way that we can help children communicate their feelings. But I want to go a step further and say that I want you to ask your children what went well for them that day. It is easy for us to talk about what didn't go well. In fact, that is the first thing normally that we want to talk about. We want to talk about what didn't go well, who didn't do right, who didn't play with us on the playground. That's for children, but sometimes adults are that way too. We want to talk about who didn't play with us. But I want you to get in the very consistent habit of asking your child, tell me what went well for you today. You know what? They're going to get in the habit of thinking of the things that went well. That may be a challenge for some children because it forces you to block out all of those negative things and talk about what went well. It may be something as simple as, you know what? Today we had chicken nuggets, or today we had pizza. That's something that really went well. 3 points that I wanted to make for you to instill hope in your children. Number one, be the example for your child. Number two, help them set some very realistic, age-appropriate goals. And number three, ask your child specifically daily what went well for you. Have a very hopeful, and wonderful 2021.